Hey guys, Kogwe here, back with another one, and let's talk about competition in America. Everything in America is a competition, and it's honestly crazy. It kind of doesn't make sense to me, but it does at the same time because I see it around me all the time where everyone is trying to get a better job than the other person. Everyone is trying to make more money than the other person. It's playing a game of one up. Everybody's trying to one up each other, and it's kind of like it's sad. I think it's rooted in the individualism in our society, in our country, essentially, and that is wild, to be honest. I don't know how else to put it to you, but yeah, I think that people often mistake their worth for status. You know, take a guy, for example, a guy with the Tesla, and he makes 100K a year, and they think that person is better than a guy whose heart is much bigger than that guy's who's making way more money than him. And the guy with the bigger heart is making much less money than him. But I get it. It's a society we live in, which is messed up. And like I said, it's the world we live in today. And yeah, I mean, it goes for anything. You know, someone wants to buy a car, right? And then their friend or family member sees them buy that car, then they think to themselves, oh, I gotta buy a better car than him or her. I want to buy, you know, whatever it may be. I want to buy a better house. I want to buy a bigger house. I want to have nicer things than you, have better clothes than you. It's all a competition, and honestly, I don't care for it. Like, people just are you know, comparing themselves to each other and looking at what the other person does, and I could care less. I just want to stay in my lane and focus on me. I don't really care about what anyone else thinks. In my personal life, I don't care. But as far as YouTube, I care about YouTube because, you know, this is something that I'm pursuing. But yeah, it's a crazy world, crazy country we live in with this competition stuff, and it's just mind blowing, right? I like to compare America with other continents such as Europe because I'm so familiar with Europe, and I spent some time there in Europe, and like in Europe they don't care like for comparisons. They just live their life and they chill and they have a good time. Especially where I'm from in Bosnia. People in Bosnia, they don't care what other people do because, to be honest, they don't have as much as we do. At least where I'm from, you know, we didn't have a lot where I'm from, and like we're used to not having much. And when you come to America, you have everything at your disposal, everything at the tip of your fingers, and we need to appreciate what we have here in America. But I don't think a lot of people do, which is unfortunate. And we have all the resources, we have everything we could possibly imagine in this day and age. Whereas in Europe, in Bosnia specifically, they don't have nearly as much as us. They're not as developed as we are. And again, they don't compare. They're happy with what they have. They don't have much, but they're happy. They're content. I'm sure they would like to have as much as we do, but they don't. And that's the reality of that. But yeah, comparison is a thief of joy, my friends. Comparison is a thief of joy. Remember that. You'll never be happy if you keep comparing yourself to other people and what they have and what they look like. And this guy has better muscles than me, this and that. Oh, they have, like I said, they have a better lifestyle than me. It will eat you alive if you think about it that way. And then you have the people who disguise their confidence as insecurity. They don't feel good about themselves unless they are better than the other person, unless they are one-upping the other person, which is insane. Like, whatever happened to, like, you know, helping other people out and not just thinking what I have is the best and nobody else can be better than me. Like, guys, we have to get back to actually appreciating each other and not looking at it through that lens. It's such a shame, and it's a robbery from other people, from other people's like mental, and it's just like their spirits, and it's absolutely insane what this has come to. But yeah, people who are insecure, they disguise that as confidence, and then they mask that really well. You know, I've noticed. I know people mask it really well, and you got to be, that's a skill. You got to be good at that, masking your insecurity by portraying it as confidence, which is another topic for another day. But yeah, yeah, it's crazy what this world has come to. We also live in a capitalist system, so everything is a market. Your time, your energy, your talents, if you have any talents, uh, and that's when people start comparing. People are people, right? They start comparing each other to others, and that's where it goes wrong right there. And then don't get me started on social media. Oh my God, that is the worst. That is poison right there. That is absolutely terrible for you. That's cancer for you. You know, it sounds bad to say, but it really is. It's just terrible for you. People. That's where that comparison comes in. That's where that comparison is the thief of joy comes in. That's a perfect explanation of social media. Comparison is the thief of joy on social media. And yeah, that's why I don't have any social media. I don't care for it, and I never will, because like I said, I like to live my life on my own terms, and not what someone else, is telling me how. No, not how someone else should be telling me to live my life. I like to live it like how I like to live it. So yeah, social media is a complete destruction, and social media, I think, has influenced the destruction of the West, the fall of the West. It has a big influence on the world, especially American social media. American media has a huge influence on the rest of the world. That's why America gets clowned down so much. That's why America's always in the media, because we have a very, very strong media here in America, probably the strongest on earth, if I'm being honest. And yeah, that's why, yeah, that's a lot of reasons why America is just going down in the dumps, but I digress. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. Hopefully it brought some value to you. If it did, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. It would help me out a lot, and I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.